Okay, something I found by the side of the road in a bag, and it's something interesting. I think we can use this really nicely. I've got a gut feeling that maybe we just leave it on text photo for this. Photo printed. Let's see what we've got. We've got here a plastic plate. Not much use now. We don't have parties. We don't have anything. Lockdown, COVID-19 has fucking pooped the party. There's no fucking reason to party, and you're not allowed to. However much people are so focused on having parties and gatherings and shit, I don't have that option. I don't have any social group that I adhere to. I do spend a lot of time on my own, but I'm trying to get in touch with one person that I miss, and that's Luigi. His name's Luigi, and he's the only one I need. I don't need gaggles of friends. I just need him. I've always put a marriage relationship before platonic friendship, and I had every reason to, because the people I once knew as friends no longer care about me as a person. They don't care. Gonna move it down a bit, but I just don't feel a sense of warmth towards platonic friendships. I really don't. And most of them get married and you don't have them anymore, so you lose them, especially if they're of the opposite sex. I used to have people that I hung out with, but one day it got to shove, and they left me on my own. So I haven't got anything good to say about friendship as such. Now that's as high as it'll go. Can't push it any higher, so we're going to have to enlarge it down or enlarge it this way. But basically, I just don't have any sense of, I just don't care about platonic friendship. Because the thing is, with friendship, for example, you only see each other and then you go home alone and you're all by yourself. You can't talk to someone. And it just seems pointless having... Now, this has gone too far. I do want this, and maybe we can enlarge it vertically, not horizontally. But really... You end up going home alone, and you're still lonely when you get home. It really is difficult trying to you just end up alone on your own, and you don't have anyone to talk to. But I had people that I used to trust with my who I used to talk to, and they one day left me in the lurch, and they never spoke to me, they never apologised, they never had anything nice or sorrowful, anything to say that they were sorry that they couldn't stick around as friends. So I really don't have any kind of, how should I put it? I just see friendship as something that's mainly for young people or immature people or people who are intellectually disabled often say, oh, you're my friend. You know, that kind of thing. And really it's not. Now, what are we doing here? This is not looking too good. But yeah, you just get the feeling that friendship is expendable, whereas marriage is forever. If you can get married, folks, if you can get married and, you know, if you can find the right person, and that's what I've always wanted. And I don't care about parties. I'm trying to get in touch with a lost loved one, but this lockdown is going to get in the way of me seeing him, and that's a real killer. To me, it's a real soul destroying thing. I don't think we're doing very well with this, to be honest, folks. But basically, it really hurts to be away from a loved one, trying to get in touch. I'm going to try and put this star-shaped bit in the middle. But basically, it's difficult trying to deal with the loss of a loved one. Not because they've died, but because they're just simply not around and you just can't find them anywhere. And I don't know how long this fucking lockdown's going to last. All I know is it's going to last a lot longer than what we want, what we can accept. That looks really quite promising. We're just going to move that down a bit. But basically it really gets lonely without a partner, and having to deal with a lockdown on your own instead of having someone to talk to in the middle of it. I actually think we might up the contrast. I don't know if that's going to work, but basically it gets very lonely and difficult, and this lockdown just adds to the difficulty of things. That I'm not going to find this person in a hurry, however much urgent it is in my books. Now that looks a lot better. I think we could work with this. It's a bit faint. I do think maybe I could up the density. But basically I really miss my partner, and it's really difficult dealing with this loss. I really long for his touch, his companionship. And it's very hard to get companionable with anyone else but him. I can't. I need him. I need him like the sunshine. I feel lonely and desolate without him. I just don't know how I'm going to live much longer in this lockdown, dealing with the loneliness. So I'm trying to get my social media happening, which really I just can't see it happening, folks. I'm relying on people to watch my stuff and hopefully find for me, my partner, but it's not going to happen on this side of the lockdown unless we got to keep getting vaccinated, folks. You know, try not to be afraid of the blood clot issue that rarely occurs with the AstraZeneca dose, because you're more likely to die if you get COVID. So, and you don't want to have COVID because you may not fully recover from it. You may indeed have damage done to your heart and your lungs, and that's going to make life misery. And so you don't want that, folks. Catching COVID is not an option, folks. As much as you can, get vaccinated and avoid that fuck. You still got to play it safe. You can't just do your own thing when you're vaccinated, but at least you got that line of defence against COVID. Anyway, that's looking quite interesting. I'm just going to line these up. Anyway, that's a plate reimagined. Looks the sun's a bit bright, I'm sorry. I think now we can call this demo quits.